everybody to another cast of a We Are Legends race from New Smyrna. Was an interesting race that I'm really excited to show you guys. So let's go ahead and get started with our driver introductions here. Starting in the first position, we have Joseph Ralph in the number 5 design sports car. Right after him, we're going to have number 33, Donald Fisher in the McConey setup shop. Then we'll have Jed Cotterman in the number 7 Cotterman iRacing team car. He is currently sitting at 7th in points in the league. Starting in 4th position, we'll have Riley Hadsbeck in the UI Racing number 63 Racing. He is 1st in points currently in the league. Behind them, we're going to have Riley Goodwin in the number 27 Little Caesars car. Next to him in the 91 Sellers Admin Box car, we'll have Eric Sellers. Right behind them, we'll have Perry Vance in the number 85 Blank car, followed by number 88 Scott Crane, an old school motorsports car, currently sitting 6th in points. In the next row, we'll have Quentin Nuttall in the number 98 Cotterman iRacing team car, currently sitting at 3rd in points. Right next to him, we'll have Shane Briggs in the 999 Briggs racing car. Behind them, we'll have John England in the number 6 UI Racing. He is currently sitting at 4th in points. Right next to John England, we're going to have Eric Steele. Obviously, if you watched the last cast, he did win the last oval race, and he is currently sitting at 2nd in points. He'll be running in the number 32 Whiskey River car. Behind them, we are going to have Blake Crane in the number 12 Cotterman iRacing team car, currently sitting at 9th in points. We'll have Mike Matherly in the Carolina 21, currently sitting at 10th in points. And leading up the rear, we are going to have Ben Richards in the Betty White 56. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this going. So as we start the pace laps here, a couple interesting things to note as we get started. This is right now. It's going to be the ninth race we've had in the league so far this season. Again, we kind of alternate between road courses and oval courses. I was unfortunately out of town for last week at Silverstone. I was unable to get a cast out, but wanted to get one out for this oval. We're going to have 80 laps here and should be getting started shortly. Very interesting course. Typically there is a fixed setup in this league. For this race it was for some reason open, so could see some interesting things here as we try to determine kind of how everything goes. Start is on green, and Joseph Ralph gets a good start as we go into turn 1. Ralph gets good boost from the inside, goes down below the yellow line, does secure that first place position coming up. Jed Cotterman on the inside of Riley Goodwin, fighting right there for 3rd position, going even inside of Fish. Great move by Jed there to take over 2nd place from Fish. You got Riley Goodwin going on the inside of Riley Hadsbeck. Fish and Riley Hadsbeck both taking that outside lane. A little slower on the corner entry, but they seem to be getting a better corner exit here than everyone on the inside. And we have our first incident there. We've got a spin. Looks like we have another spin by Eric Steele too, so we will be going to our very first caution here. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened there. So first spin there, that's the 91 car. And then we have the second one there. A little jostling over position as we come into the caution. We're going to have Joseph Ralph retaining the 1st place position. Jed Cotterman has moved up into 2nd. Donald Fisher moved back into 3rd. Riley Fiddler Hadsbeck 4th, Riley Goodwin 5th, Scott Crane 6th, Shane Briggs 7th, Quentin Nuttall 8th, Perry Vance 9th, Mike Matherly 10th. So a lot of changes in a short amount of time there. First caution 4 laps into the race. And it looks like Eric Steele has pitted here on lap 5. You get 2 sets of tires for this race, so interesting move there. Probably going in to fix some damage from that wreck. Let's see if that's going to put him a lap down. You'll see on the telemetry we have Anthony Mayer and Jason Blatz. Neither of them are actually in the race currently. So we appear to be 1 to go here. As the pace car is pulled off, start is going to be on Joseph. Looks like he's going to get a good launch, but Jed is going to have an even better start here and pull in front of him a little bit with Riley pushing him in the back and Blake Crane behind them. It does look like Joseph is going to have a better turn here, get out of that, take that first place back. And you have Donald Fish going on the inside of Scott Crane there, taking over the 4th position. You got 3 wide racing back there. Let's see if we can get a view of that here. Look at this group here, 3 wide. Real close quarters racing between this pack back here. I'll be surprised if there's not a caution. Top 4 has not changed currently. It looks like Shane Briggs did take over the 7th place from Quentin Nuttall. Nuttall taking the outside. Look at that, 3 wide. Real risky moves there. Ooh, Riley getting a little bump from Shane Briggs. He's going to get pushed back there. Again, no change in your top 5 so far. It does look like Quentin Nuttall is pushing Scott Crane on the outside here. And it looks like Quentin Nuttall is, ooh, it's going to be close. You got Fish there trying to hold both of them back. Looks like Nuttall is going to get the 5th position there from Scott Crane. Your top 3 really pulling away. Does look like Riley has moved into 1st, and we're going to go back into a caution here. Let's see if we could see what happened there. Yep, it does look like Joseph Ralph got into the back of Jed Cotterman.
Just couldn't help yourself, could you?
Appears Jed wasn't too happy about that one.
That's why I went to the back.
Does appear we've actually stayed green here. And Riley has taken a sizable lead at this point. With Donald Fish in 2nd, Eric Sellers 4th, Quentin Nuttall, Eric Sellers 3rd, Quentin Nuttall 4th, Shane Briggs 5th. Eric Steele has moved up very quickly now into 8th after that lap 6 pit. And Joseph Ralph, it appears, has dropped out of the race. Big battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Got 2 wide racing. It's a good move by Eric Sellers there to take over 2nd place. Quentin Nuttall trying to retain that line. He's going to come down on Fish. Fish has a good break. And Quentin Nuttall will take over 3rd from Fish. Shane Briggs going on the inside here to try and take over the 4th position. Looks like Fish is just dropping like a fly here. Wonder what's going on. Maybe just a bad lap of momentum really pushed him back. As you've got Blake Crane in the Conrad iRacing number 12 trying to fight his way up to pass Fish as well. Scott Crane right behind Blake trying to help him out. A little push. Top 3 not changing right now. Quentin's still working on Eric Sellers, and Riley with that sizable 2nd lead right now. Blake Crane working on the inside of Fish. Looks like he came up a little bit. That slowed his momentum down, so Fish getting a better corner exit right now, taking that middle high line. Blake Crane right on his bumper, trying to put some big time pressure on him. And you got Eric Steele has moved up now. He's working on the outside of Scott Crane there. For 7th place, and it looks like we have another spin there, a big incident between Scott and Eric Steele. That's 2nd wreck of the day for Eric.
Thank you for holding. Good job.
Let's go back and see if we can see what happened here. Get a little rewind action going. For some reason my casting tools aren't working correctly here. Looks like just a racing incident. Looks like Eric came down a little bit too far on Scott, knocked them both out there. So
Thank you for holding. Good job.
top 5, Riley Fiddler Headsbeck, Eric Sellers 2nd, Quentin Nuttall 3rd, Shane Briggs 4th, Donald Fisher in 5th. As we go back into a caution, go ahead and mention some of the affiliations that the Cotterman iRacing team has. Obviously, we are affiliated with ourselves. We proudly support the following: Elite Performance Industries, Sim Coaches, PestSuppliesDirect.com, Inskeep Ford, Puro Clean of Centennial, Colorado. Not to mention, we are an affiliate of the Johnson iRacing team. So again, a good bunch. We've got basically the whole top 10 pitting on lap 23. Everybody looks to be getting some tires, maybe some fuel. We'll see how this plays out.
Scott, I'm hanging back.
Riley's going to be the first to get off pit road, followed by Shane Briggs, Eric Sellers, Quentin Nuttall, and Blake Crane are going to make it out. So big changes in the top 10. Ben Richards first, Scott Crane second. Both of those guys stayed out of pit lane. Riley has moved back to 3rd. Shane Briggs 4th. Eric Sellers to 5th. Quentin Nuttall to 6th. It looks like Scott Crane has decided to pit here, so more changes to come. Ben Richards going to stay out. It's a little risky. 24 laps. Tires maybe getting a little worn down with the setup. So other than that, Riley retains 2nd here. Shane Briggs 3rd. Eric Sellers 4th. Quentin Nuttall in 5th spot. Riley Goodwin is currently 1 lap down. He is the only car not on the lead lap other than Joseph Ralph, who has, as I said earlier, dropped out of the race completely. Let's see what kind of restart Ben gets. He's going to retain that first place. He's going to get a great restart here. Looks like Jed's looking for a black flag cleared. Shane Briggs going on the inside of Riley, trying to take over that second place spot. It looks like Blake Crane has taken over 5th from Quentin Nuttall here. Really tight battle here between 3rd and 4th, and I mean, essentially your top 6 are all right in the pack. Going to kind of line up here. No position changes so far there. Ben Richards had a pretty bad corner exit there. It looks like Riley is going to push him here to try and take over first.
No problem.
Taking the inside lane, he's got Sellers and Shane Briggs both pushing him behind. Oh, we've got another incident. Looks like Ben Richards hit the wall. That's going to drop him back. He's now fallen to dang near 10th place. But we remain green. Thirty of 80 laps now completed here. We have had 1 caution. I apologize, 2 cautions. We had 1 lap 4 and lap 23. Not much interval between everybody. Really a couple tenths between most of the cars here. Biggest gap there is going to be between Blake Crane and Quentin Nuttall. Top 4 really pulling away. As Blake Crane works on the bumper of Shane Briggs for that 3rd spot. Trying to take the inside. First 2 still battling it out. Point 2 seconds between Shane and Blake. He is right on that bumper. Blake running real fast tonight. See what he can turn it into. It looks like we had a little bit of a wall tap there from Riley, and Eric Sellers gonna take over that first position. Oh, Shane Briggs hitting the wall there a little bit. That corner exit gets pretty tight. Looks like Eric Sellers has dropped off. He must have had a spin, and Riley is going to move back into first. He's now got a full 2nd lead, as we see Blake Crane moving on the inside of Shane Briggs, trying to take over 2nd position, and he's going to have a wonderful turn. He's going to make that pass. Shane going to move right back onto the inside on a crossover move and try and take it back. It's all going to depend on corner exit. It looks like Shane pushed up a little bit there, had to hit the brakes, and Blake is going to retain 2nd. Sizable gap now between 1st and 2nd as Riley's a 2nd and a 10th ahead. Blake is pulling away now from Shane Briggs. Big gaps between everyone. Looks like if you're competing for spots, you're hoping for a caution to get another restart. As we see, Eric Steele has moved up into the 6th position. He's now fighting with Mike Matherly. Let's go back there and take a look. Got Mike Matherly and Eric Steele here fighting for 5th with Jed Cotterman there in 7th position. He's following Eric Steele, trying to get that pass on Mike Matherly. See Quentin Nuttall there working on Shane Briggs, trying to take over the 3rd spot. Going to go on the inside. doesn't look like he's going to have enough in that corner to take it over. Going to remain inside. Shane does come down, and wonderful line block there. Eric Steele now on the outside here, and Jed Cotterman working on him. Eric Steele is going to pass on the outside here. Mike Matherly looks like he's going to take over 5th spot if he can get a good corner exit here. Does not appear that he will. They're fighting back and forth. Great battle again for 3rd here. There's really no competition between 1st and 2nd at the moment. Riley's 1.3 ahead. Looks like Quentin is going to finally get that pass and take over the 3rd spot. As we'll focus back in on this battle, Eric Steele and Jed Cotterman have passed Mike Matherly, and Eric Sellers has just put him right into the wall. That's going to bring us to a caution. Big accident for Mike Matherly. He's definitely going to have some damage, going to have to pit on that. Looks like Sellers kind of just got right into his bumper. A little bit of a racing incident. I don't think there was any intent or aggression there. As we move into another caution here at lap 44. So that's going to actually really help out most of the field. They're all way behind as we see the damage there to Mike Matherly. He's going to definitely want to pit there. So your top 5 now. Riley Fiddler heads back 1st. Blake Crane 2nd. Quentin Nuttall 3rd. Shane Briggs 4th. Eric Steele has moved into 5th. Jed Cotterman into 6th. Looks like Shane Briggs is going to pit here on lap 44. So that will change the top 5, move Jed Cotterman into 5th, and Eric Steele into 4th. Mike Matherly remaining on the track. He's not going to attempt to fix the damage, or he hasn't tried yet. We're not quite certain. No, he's going to go for it. He looks like he's got some pretty major tire damage, or maybe that's the offset, but typically I don't think you want your tires pointing that way. Ben Richards is coming out from pit. He is going to be, I would assume, a lap down. Looks like he was trying to get out and beat the pace car. Don't believe that he has. Does look like Mike Matherly's getting pushed back here, which would make sense. I do believe at this point he is a lap down. So Mike Matherly, Riley Goodwin, Donald Fisher, and Ben Richards all a lap down here.
All right, Eric, let's play nice.
Looks like a little playful banter between Eric Sellers and Jed Cotterman. Eric Sellers, I believe, been given an EOL penalty for putting Mike Matherly into the wall. As we double up here, as you can see right now, we currently have 3 Cotterman iRacing team members in the top 5, with Scott Crane in the 7th position. So all 4 Cotterman Racing team members currently in the top 10. Race being led by the UE team member Riley Fiddler-Hedsbeck. As we come to the restart, Riley gets a good jump. Makes sense as the restart's on him. It looks like Quentin was a little slow there. He's going to attempt to retain 3rd. It looks like he came up a little bit into Blake Crane. Eric Steele dropping way down, trying to go inside, take over 3rd. Oh, we've got another big crash there. Big crash. That will put us into another caution. Top 5 is going to remain the same. Let's see if we can go back and look at what happened there. Oh, looks like Scott Crane got into the 85 car there, and John England just got caught up in the wreck. Be interesting to see if we have any sort of penalties come from that. We're now 4 cars a lap down. I'll be surprised if we don't have more. I believe we're going to see some pits here on lap 51. 30 laps to go. We may want to, as I said earlier, you get 2 sets of tires for this race, so it'll be interesting. Eric Sellers has gone to the pit on lap 50 as well as Perry Vance. They're going to move back into 9th and 10th. I'm sure they'll be hoping to remain on the lead lap. I don't know that that's going to happen here, so we may have 6 cars a lap down out of the remaining 14. Yep, they are going to be going a lap down. Top 5 has not changed. Riley first, Quentin Nuttall second, Blake Crane third, Eric Steele fourth, and Jed Cotterman in 5th. Looks like John England's going to get put down a lap here. So we will have 6 cars off of the lead lap. We're going to have 8 remaining on the lead lap. So with, it looks like just about 27 laps to go. You stay straight, you might just get a top 10. As they will bundle up here, we should be 1 or 2 to go at this point. Ben Richards is going to be the first driver on a lap down here, and Riley Goodwin in the 8 car going to be the last driver on the lead lap. Great jump by Riley there. Again, the restarts after the first one are going to be on the first place car, so there's just really not much you can do to beat that first place jump. Eric Steele going to come down on the inside, try to take over second place from Quentin Nuttall. Blake Crane staying in 3rd. Jed Cotterman back there working on Shane Briggs. Eric Steele is going to make that pass, take over second place. Jed Cotterman working on the outside of Shane Briggs. Shane Briggs going to hammer that door shut. But Jed gonna keep running that outside line, it looks like. Shane working on Blake Crane, trying to get inside of him. Oh, and he's going to put... Oh,
come on, Shane. That was all on you, bro. That was all on you.
Wow, what an interesting wreck. He just put his bumper right into Blake Crane. Just nothing you can do about that. That's gonna take Blake Crane essentially out of the race here.
I didn't complain. You didn't get spun out either. You know.
Looks like some arguments going on between the drivers.
Y'all keep team racing up there. Hey, come on, let's not. It's race chatter only.
That's an interesting accusation. We're gonna have all of the top 5 minus Riley come down on the pit road, lap 58. Looks like get some new tires. So, top 5 after the pits. Riley Fiddler heads back first. Riley Goodwin second. Scott Crane third. Jed Cotterman going to remain in 4th place. Quentin Nuttall going to move into 5th. Eric Steele has moved back into 7th. Apologies, Ben Richards has moved up into 4th place. Jed Cotterman back in 7th. Eric Steele 6th. 8 cars remain on the lead lap.
Go around the outside of me, guys. Says I gotta let everyone die.
So the 2 Rileys in the front row here, Scott Crane, Quentin Nuttall, 3rd and 4th. Eric Steele and Jed Cotterman, 5th and 6th. And last car in the lead lap, Ben Richards, is going to start in 7th. Should be 1 to go here. Coming to the restart, I'd expect Riley to get a good jump, as he does for sure. He is way out ahead. Going to have Quentin Nuttall and Scott Crane right now are fighting for that 3rd spot. Riley Goodwin getting a good gap between them. So a good 4-way battle here. I mean, really all fighting for 3rd. Quentin going to cut down in front of Scott Crane. Scott's going to have to hit the brakes. That's going to take some momentum away. He's going to cut up in front of Jed Cotterman. So now we have a pack of 3 here fighting for 4th, as Quentin Nuttall is going to take over 2nd place from Riley Goodwin. Riley Goodwin moving to the outside, or sorry, moving to the inside, and we have a big crash there. It's like Eric Steele is into the wall for the 3rd time tonight. Let's see if we can see what happened. That interesting to see. It kind of looks like Eric Steele came up into Jed. We'll see if there's any penalties assigned there as we go into another caution here on lap 65.
Toss me that lucky dog.
Eric Sellers looking to get back on the lead lap. Riley Goodwin going to pit here on lap 65. That's an interesting strategy. So your top 5: Riley Fiddler, heads back, Quentin Nuttall, Scott Crane, Jed Cotterman, and Ben Richards. Again, 7 cars only remaining on the lead lap. That probably help out Eric Sellers' case here. Eric Steele's case is, I mean, typically on these races, right now we've only got 11 cars on the track. I've seen anywhere from, at this point, 11 to 30. So if we had one of those bigger packs tonight,
into me and I get an EOL.
looks like Jed Cotterman's going to get sent to the back. Not really sure why. It kind of looked to me like Eric Steele did come up into him. And Jed seems to be was asking a question there and basically told to pipe it. So not really sure about that EOL penalty. That's going to send Jed Cotterman to the back of the longest line here.
Eric, I'm on the top, waiting for you to pass me, bro.
That's going to move Ben Richards into 4th and Eric Steele into 5th. Riley Goodwin into 6th. Jed Cotterman will now be the last car on the lead lap. Looks like we are coming on our final caution lap here. We are at lap 69, so we're going to have 10 to go coming out of this caution. Looks like Jed Cotterman, even though he's on the lead lap, going to have to start behind the lap cars. As we come to the restart, Riley going to get a good jump. Top 2 going to remain unchanged, it appears. So we have a battle here for basically 3rd through 6th. Scott Crane, Eric Steele, and Ben Richards. Eric Steele going to try and take the inside on Scott Crane. Looks like he's going to do it as long as he gets a good corner exit. Riley Goodwin trying to move in, but he is unable to. Scott Crane going to shut the door on that. Top 4, Riley Fiddler, Quentin, Eric Steele, and Scott Crane. It's like fairly big gap between 1st and 2nd and 2nd and 3rd. As the real battle is back here in this pack, Jed trying to work his way up through the lap cars. Ooh, Riley Goodwin gets into the wall on that one. As you have Eric Sellers, the lap car is right now working on Scott Crane, trying to pass him on the inside with Ben Richards right behind him. Eric Sellers fighting real hard to get back on that lead lap here. Ben Richards and Jed Cotterman are going to get into it. They're both going out. It looks like Ben kind of brake checked him, and they had nowhere to go for Jed. It's going to put us back into a caution, and we're probably going to be going to a green-white checkered here. Top 5 remaining unchanged. Riley Fiddler heads back. Quentin Nuttall, Eric Steele, Scott Crane, Riley Goodwin. We now have only 6 cars on the lead lap, with Benjamin Richards going a lap down here. He's going to pit at lap 73. So even though Jed got an unlucky break there with the wreck, he's going to remain in the top 10.
Lucky dog, coming on.
Oh, got a little blippage here, it looks like.
I'm just asking, I'm not complaining, but why do I have to start behind the last cars? It'll sort things out at 1 to green. Nobody gave you an EOL there. You gotta let iRacing do its thing. Thank you, Perry. Like I said, I'm just asking a question, that's all.
It does appear that we are going to be going to a green-white checker coming out of this caution. So we'll have a very interesting finish to this race, I do believe. The top 3 in point standing currently sitting in the top 3. So not going to be too many shakeups as far as the top 3 in points, as long as there's no wrecks or anything. But again, obviously 3 fast guys if they're leading the points race here. Seems to be pretty consistent to at least see
I
Eric
think it's
Steele and
fine.
Riley in the top 3 in any given race. Riley's currently sitting at 2 wins, and Eric Steele currently sitting at 2 wins. Quentin Nuttall has 1 to his name right now, and I believe the only other winner that we have in the league currently is going to be Nick Baker, who did not run tonight. So Scott Crane going to move up into 4th. Riley Goodwin in 5th. Jed Cotterman 6th.
Hey, Eric, I'm going to go to the outside so you can come to the inside. Thanks, Mike.
As we appear to be coming, you got Eric Sellers right on the bumper of Riley Goodwin as we come to green. Let's see how the restart's going to go, and they're going to get a great push there. They're both going to fly right by Quentin Nuttall, taking over 1st and 2nd. It's going to be a green-white checker finish here. Riley Goodwin going on the inside, trying to take over 3rd. Riley not going to be able to take over the 3rd spot there, but still pushing on the inside. Ooh, big tire touch there between Quentin and Riley. Scott Crane getting into the back of Riley. Quentin's going to move up into 3rd as we have Eric Steele and Riley Fiddler fighting each other here for 1st place. As Eric is going to take over, Riley's going to hit the wall. Big crash to end the race back there. Everybody but the top 3 going to wreck. Eric Steele crossing the line for 1st place, Riley in 2nd, Quentin going to finish 3rd. Eric Sellers moving up, being a lap down. He's going to go into 4th. Scott Crane finishing 5th. Riley Goodwin going to finish 6th. Jed Cotterman moving into 7th. What a finish. What a finish. Let's go back to that wreck if we could here. See what caused it. Looks like Jed bounced off the wall, bounced into Riley, they bounced into each other, everybody's bouncing around. It's just pinballs back there. And now it's a mad dash to get back straight and go back finish. Ooh, Mike Matherly getting real into Jed there. This is bumper cars. Everyone after the top 3 is playing bumper cars. Jed going to stay on his side here. What a finish to that race. Really appreciate everybody watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.